eyes are cold and restless, his wounds have almost healed. And she'd give half a Texas just to change the way you feel. Well, she knows his love's in Tulsa, and she knows he's gonna go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Rubber Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Today's edition is NASCAR Season in Review. After 11 races in the NASCAR season, this weekend is the All-Star race in Charlotte. Next weekend is the Coca-Cola 600, the longest race in NASCAR. So I figure this is the best time as any to kind of review the first 11 races and kind of go over things I like, dislike, and etc., etc. All right, first race of the season was the Daytona 500, won by Joey Logano. Kevin Harvick finished second, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished third. Next, we go to Atlanta, the Fields of Honor Quick Trip 500, won by Jimmy Johnson. Kevin Harvick was second. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was third. Next, we went to the Las Vegas race, the Cobalt 400, won by Kevin Harvick. And second was Martin Truex Jr., and third was Jeff Burton. And to finish up the westward swing to start the season, we go to Phoenix. We had a CampingWorld.com 400, won by back-to-back races, won by Kevin Harvick. Jamie McMurray finished second, and once again, Jeff Burton was third. Now we go back to the Auto Club Speedway in California. The Auto Club 400, won by Brad Keselowski. Second place was Kevin Harvick. Third place was Kurt Busch. So we head back east to the shortest track on the circuit, the Martinsville Speedway, for the STP 500, won by Denny Hamlin in the Toyota. This is Toyota's first win of the season. Up until this point, Toyota's had a horrible season. They won the initial Sprint Open, or whatever, Unlimited, whatever you want to call the old Busch Clash Budweiser shootout with Matt Kenseth. After that, Toyota's on their mile-and-a-half program and their 2 mile and the Super Speedway program has been not good. But here on the short track, they end up getting the win. Second place was Brad Keselowski. Third place was Daytona 500 winner Joey Logano. On to Texas for the Duck Commander 500, won by Jimmy Johnson. Kevin Harvick second, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. third. As we see, there's been a lot of top 3 finishes by that 4-car and Kevin Harvick. Strongest can be at this point. 2 wins for them. 2 wins for the 48 team of Jimmy Johnson. So as you know, going forward, those are probably going to be 2 of the top contenders for the championship. Next, we had the Bristol, the half mile at Bristol, high banked half mile, world's fastest half mile, the Food City 500. Once again, this race was won by Toyota, Matt Kenseth. The 48 Jimmy Johnson was second, and Jeff Gordon was third. So far, the 2 short track races are both won by a Toyota. That's all they have won. I don't know if that Toyota program, again, on the mile-and-a-half intermediate tracks is any good this year. I don't know what they need to do. I don't know if it's horsepower, if it's aerodynamics. But I think if any team, the Joe Gibbs Racing Group can figure that out. Obviously, 2 wins here by Joe Gibbs team, so hopefully they'll get that figured out and at least have some type of season. Next, we go to Talladega, the largest super speedway on the circuit, the Geico 500. Once again, a Dale Earnhardt Jr. victory at Talladega. Jimmy Johnson second, and third was Paul Menard. Obviously, Dale Earnhardt Jr. always runs well at Talladega, always runs well at Daytona. One thing I thought was kind of neat about this was a few days before this was the birthday of Dale Earnhardt Sr. And Jr. was pretty broke up in Victory Lane, talking about his dad and talking about celebrating his dad's birthday and stuff, with his dad being gone, as everyone knows, since 2001. And something that Dale Jr. had said when all those years he raced for his father, he said, Daddy always said, when we go to Talladega and Daytona, you have to win this. That you're going to win here. I mean, it was pressure on him, pressure on anybody that drove for DEI. And like Junior said, he always ran well there because of his father. So it was kind of fitting him winning first race after his dad's birthday. So it's good to see Junior back in victory lane. Next, we go to Kansas for the SpongeBob SquarePants 400, won by Jimmy Johnson. Second was Kevin Harvick, and third was Dale Earnhardt Jr. Obviously, every one of these drivers who have won races here, Joey Logano, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Dale Earnhardt Jr. all qualified for the chase. Season standings up to this point, Kevin Harvick's leading with 2 wins. Second place is Martin Truex Jr., 46 points behind with 2 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Very consistent for him this year. Jimmy Johnson has 3 wins. He's 48 points behind. Then Joe Logano with 1 win. Dale Jr. with 1 win. Brad Keselowski, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy McMurray, Jeff Gordon, Casey Kane right out the top 10. 11th through 20th in points right now is Eric Almirola, Paul McNard, Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, Clint Boyer, Danica Patrick, Carl Edwards, A.J. Allmendinger, and Casey Mears. As for the chase, obviously with having certain drivers having wins, they go to the top of the chase and everyone else kind of falls down. We have Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Joe Logano, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Brad Keselowski, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, and Denny Hamlin have all already qualified for the chase with at least 1 victory. That leaves 8 spots currently open. We have Martin Truex Jr., Jimmy McMurray, Jeff Gordon, Casey Kane, Eric Almirola, Paul McNard, Ryan Newman, and on the bubble right now, Clint Boyer. As for that bubble spot for the 16th in points, Danica Patrick is 2 points out of that. Carl Edwards is 7 points out of that. A.J. Allmendinger is 13. Casey Mears is 30. Greg Biffle is 30. So Greg Biffle and Casey Mears all have a lot of work to do to make the chase this year. There's only 3 drivers currently in the chase that were not in the chase last year. That's Martin Truex Jr., Jamie McMurray, and Clint Boyer. The 3 drivers that they were replacing is A.J. Allmendinger, Greg Biffle, and Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has missed all 11 races so far this season because of injuries in the Daytona wreck in his nationwide car. NASCAR said if Kyle Busch finishes in the top 30 and has at least 1 victory, he'll make the chase. Holy crap! Are you serious here, people? Wow. Okay, so if Kyle Busch is able to finish in the top 30 and win a race, he'll make the chase with missing 11 races. So like you seen in my Kurt Busch video, he missed 3 races and that was bad enough. Here you can have a guy who misses 11 races because of injury and he can make the chase. If you make the chase, you could be a Cup champion. So there's 36 races in a season. This fucker could race in 25 races and still win a NASCAR championship. What kind of malarkey bullshit is this? I hope what I read was wrong. I've never officially heard it from NASCAR, but I don't watch every media outlet there. I actually seen it on my phone. I hope to God it's wrong, but I don't think it is. Alright, so what I did was, here's what Kyle Busch has to do to make the chase. As everyone knows, I hate Kyle Busch. But you know what? I went through and figured this out. Based on the person who is 25th in points right now. So 25th, not 30th. So I'm giving it a little grace room here. Which is Austin Dillon, who has averaged 20 points in a race so far this year. Okay? If you take those 20 points times the 25 races, or divided by the 11 races he's currently raced in. So he has a currently, excuse me, let me look at right now, where's that? He's got 225 points currently. If you divide it by the 11 races he's raced in, it comes out with an average of 20.4 points a race. If you take 21 points times 26 races, so if he averages where he's in so far this year for the next 15 races, he'll have 546 points. Kurt Busch would have to average an 8th place finish, plus a win, and lead the most laps in a race in order to get to that point. Is that possible? Yeah, I think it's possible. Is it likely? No, I don't think it's likely, but it's possible. Anything in the world is possible. In NASCAR history, the last time that a champion missed a race, and won the title was in 1971. Richard Petty raced in 46 races and out of 48 races, so he missed 2 races that year. In 1970, Bobby Isaac won the championship by missing 1 race. In 1969, David Pearson missed 3 races and won the championship. Here's the difference between 1969 and 2015. Back in 1969, there's 54 races. David Pearson raced in 51 of them. 51 out of 54. This dude had 44 top 10s and 11 victories that year. In 1971, Richard Petty had 21 wins and 41 top 10s. In 1970, Bobby Isaac had 38 top 10s. The last time anybody missed more than 3 races and won a championship was back in 1966. 1966, there was 49 races on the NASCAR circuit. David Pearson raced in 42 of them. He had 7 poles, 15 wins, and 33 top 10s. It's happened a couple. In 1961, Ned Jarrett missed 6 races out of 52. And in 1951, Herb Thomas raced 34 out of 51 races and had 18 top 10s and won the championship. You know what, guys? The difference between then and now is they're having more top 10s than there are races now. It's just ridiculous to think that somebody can miss little one race. Like Denny Hamlin missed 1 race last year, was Final 4 for the chase. Kurt Busch has missed 3 races this year. He's got a chance to be in the chase. Kyle Busch, he's missed 11 races. He got a shot to be in the chase. I don't believe if you missed races you should have a championship. Because here's the thing now. Currently the driver's not in the chase. We have Danica Patrick, Carl Edwards, AJ Allmendinger, Casey Mears, Greg Biffle, Kyle Larson, David Riggin, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Austin Dillon, David Gilliland, Steve Morris Jr., Justin Allgaier, Trevor Bayne, and Tony Stewart. Those are the top 30 in points. Kyle Larson's missed a race because of his dizziness or something, whatever that was back then, a couple races ago. So you're telling me because these other guys racing Cole Witt, Michael Annett, both have raced in 11 races this year. These 11 races, these guys here, they're going to barely make the top 30 if at all. And they're less important than a Kyle Busch who can go out and, as long as he gets in the top 30, makes the chase. As long as he wins a race. Like I said in the Kurt Busch video, so if Michael Waltrip wins a race, is he in the chase? If Brett Moffitt, if he wins a race, he's in the chase. He's missed 3 races so far this year. We don't know about that. Okay. I mean, I think it's pathetic if he's able to make the chase. I will have a Kyle Busch topic video coming up about this, about what he has to do to make the chase. Not that I want him to do it, but it's not based on what I looked up and figured, based on the tracks that are left between now and the chase, it's possible. So take a look at that. Take a look for the Coca-Cola World 600 preview, as always. Thanks for watching Robert Sports Show and have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, the YouTube leader in sports channels.